scraping through it, letting the paint drip. So this is just a page that I have started my journey with during the day. You can end the day with one of these paintings. Hello, this is Cheryl, and I wanted to show you again another page in my journal where I do a very simple painting. It is either an inspiration to get started on a larger painting, or just if you want to paint in a journal just to calm down or wind down at the end of the day. A lot of times I will start with my journal page before I get started on any larger paintings, just to relax and just to give me an inspiration. So I put a link below to some of my favorite journals. They're almost always watercolor journals, 140-pound paper, or there's just different types that you can get. And the reason why I like the watercolor paper is because I do put water on my paper to start, and that's how I start this one, with water. And you can see that I don't cover the entire page with water, so you'll see what the paints do when they hit. Now that is and I'll have a link below, those are actually watercolors that are watered down, so they're more water. And I have a whole set of maybe about 8 colors, and they're just beautiful. It's a great way to get started on my journal pages. And there I'm using both a yellow and a orange and mixing them together. I grab different brushes, and you can see how when the paint hits different spots on the paper where the paper's wet, and some places where it's not. And then you'll see where I will add the watercolor to the paper and let it blend in, and then where I'll set it to the side where I dip my brush, like right there, I'll dip my brush and hit a dry spot on the paper, the difference between the way the paint will blend in with the other paints that's already on the page. And that is like a blue watercolor. And another thing I love to do is squirt the paper either with water or with a squirt of alcohol. And you see me squirt this with some water and just let that color blend down, mesh with the other colors. Yes, sometimes you might get a little bit of a mud color, but that's what I love. I love the different blends together. So you can dab through, and that also pulls up some of the paint and leaves some of the paint. It just gets another texture. There I'm drawing through with the end of a paintbrush, again to add texture. And I always am having water beside me to drink a little bit of water to stay hydrated. I always tend to put water in a pretty cup, just I drink more water that way. So the balance between adding paint that is thicker and thinner is one thing that I find really helps me in my art practice, is adding thick paint to a thin paint, adding thin paint to a thick paint. There I'm squirting. I just take some of the high flow acrylics and put them in a spray bottle, and then I just spray them out. So there I'm just adding just a dab of pink to kind of give it like a pop. And scratching through again with the end of a paintbrush. And I'm looking at it, I'm saying, okay, I have a lot of light colors, so what do I need next? Basically, what am I craving for? So I'm adding some a little bit darker color, and I'm doing it with the thicker paint, just right out of the tube, squirting it on the paper, and using my finger just to rub it through. I'm not even blending. My larger paintings I will get into blending, but these where I'm just putting down paper to do a journal page, I might not even blend the paint, just want to get paint down and something that inspires me. Here I'm using the Golden's fluid acrylics, and they're so highly pigmented. They're absolutely beautiful, and they have high flows, and then they have regular just a lot of, you know, a painting, it's fluid, but they're not as high flow. So this is a just a regular golden, it's probably ultramarine blue. Scraping through it, letting the paint drip. So this is just a page that I have started my journey with during the day. You can end the day with one of these paintings, scrape into it, add dots, just to give you an inspiration to get your painting started. And so I hope you enjoyed this.